All right, final lesson on modularity is passing parameters. So everything we've done so far has returned void and taken nothing. So we want to call something that takes some parameters. We're going to put it in our Torbots namespace and tell me the answer, and let's have it take a string. The answer is, and since we have a long tradition of this, 42. Have it take an int. Okay, so obviously we got an error because I don't have anything called this. So I'm gonna forward reference it first of all. So I need to tell it namespace. Is Torbots, and I'm gonna have a function that returns nothing called tell me the answer, and it's gonna take a string. And this next part's optional, but it's a good idea. We'll just call that the prompt, and then it's gonna take an int, and that's gonna be, oh, let's just call it value. Okay. And then now when you declare these names don't have to match, but generally it's a good idea to make them match. So let's come down here and let's create void. Tell me the answer. Let's see if type head, nope, didn't work. Tell me the answer, and we're expecting a string that we called prompt and an int value. And then now here we really need to give these names when we're in the definition, because if we want to use them, we have to have some way to refer to them. So now we can say cout, don't need the quotes, just need the name. Cout prompt, and then cout value. And then I'm going to put a new line. Okay. And what does this not like? For type cout. Oh, it doesn't like string. Actually, doesn't know what this is because it lives in the standard namespace, and we're probably not even including string anymore. So let's go back and get string again. Okay, and that looks good. Let's compile. And looks like we compiled and we ran. And tell me the answer is not a member of Torbots. So what did we do wrong? Now we have an error up here. Let's do it this way. I could just type it in again, but you can see why this is convenient, so that you don't have to remember everywhere you use string to put it. So now we can get rid of this. And let's try compiling that again. And let's bring up the problem. So I'm not sure why we have all these warnings. Typically you don't want to leave any warnings in your code. This looks like a configuration issue of from some other project I've added, so we're not going to worry about it right now. So the console looks like we've compiled correctly, and now when we run, I'm saying hello. The answer is 42. So now we're passing parameters. So the last step here then is to return a value. So let's just do the same thing. Let's just say give me the answer. Let's not take it as a value. And actually, we won't take anything in this time since we've already shown how to pass them in. Let's just show how to return one. This is going to return a value, int. And all it's going to do is going to return, I'm going to not give you bad habits. Const int life, the universe, and everything equals 42. You don't have to do this. I could have said return 42, but that would be a magic number. So return life, the universe, and everything. And now we need to say that this is our forward reference is not to tell anymore because we changed the name of the method. It's give me the answer, and then we'll just comment that out. Now we want to call now. Okay, so int the answer equals give me the answer like that. Okay, because this, and we want to give it the namespace. and a little later we'll talk about how we get away from having to always specify our own namespace. So what we're doing is we're calling a function that returns a value, so we have to have some place to put that value, so we put it in our own variable, our own int variable called the answer. And then if we want, we can kind of do the same thing that we were doing before in our function. The answer is, and then we can say the answer, and then we can just put out our new line and our semicolon, and then we can try compiling that. And okay, see, I've called it, I didn't change the void, and I've still got the parameters wrong. Everything has to match, so it sees these as different functions. So let's get rid of that, and let's tell it that this gives it an int. Let's try compiling that again. And it looks like that worked. And now when we run, we get the answer is 42 again. All right, so that's both how you pass parameters in and get parameters back, and of course you can do both at the same time.